Aerolite, Furnace, and Gerald were at Elsbridge Station, waiting to be assigned a job. So, how's your day been, Aerolite? It's been fantastic. Managed to carry some cars around, do some shunting, etc., etc. For me, it's been going smoothly. Pretty smoothly, to be honest. A lot of trains needing to be delivered, though. Say, speaking of freight, what are those two vans over there? Aerolite asked, steaming forward to see the vans better. The two vans had very strange markings on them, with danger all written over them. Um, Suddenly, Gerald had an extreme reaction. Ah, God, not again, not again, not again! The other engines were horrified by this. Gerald, are you okay? Hey, please don't tell me you have boiler eggs. Oh, please, 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 please don't die on it. Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. I just had a reaction to that. A flashback, if you will. Oh, it's part of a history I don't usually like to talk about. Ugh. Well, I usually wouldn't ask these questions, Furness said, but now I'm intrigued. What is this past you just talked about? He asked. Well, you see, I served in World War II, but there was this one engine I worked with who I'll never forget. Well, you see, back in my days, this exact shed, it was this shed I used to live in, alongside my cousin Neville, an engine known as Fred, and the engine is very important to this story, number 1020. He was the rudest locomotive you could ever meet in this day and age. Bumping trucks around like they were nothing. And so, worst part is, he also did this to the gunpowder trucks. We've always warned him to be careful. Just, he would never ever listen. He was somehow entrusted to deliver gunpowder. We also tried to warn him to be careful once again, but he just didn't listen. You can call us twats. Oh, shut it, you twats. I know what I'm doing. You're just ugly duckling. He's trying to take my job away. Hey, that's for sure. He eventually set off to deliver this freight. Turns out, sadly, that freight train and delivery was also his last delivery. He thundered down the line, reckless towards everything and anything. And that's for very much sure, or I can recall. Turns out he had been diverted to another track that had broken rails on it. I very much remember him screaming for help. He attempted to apply his brakes, but he just couldn't. He started sliding down the hill, at full force. By then it was already too late. There were no survivors of the following wreck that ensued. It was bloody and horrifying. I was the guy who was assigned to removing the wreckage, and Jesus Christ, it's the worst thing I've ever seen. When the fire was put out, we attempted to tow him back on land, but it was impossible, so they just decided to scrap him on the spot. And that, my friends, is why I don't really play with gunpowder or fire. What? Did he make it? Aerolite, I worryingly asked, very much horrified from the story. We sent 1020's body to the scrapyard after that. There was nothing remaining of him. The engine sat in silence, contemplating his story, honestly being horrified, both shocked and amazed. Eventually, Furnace had to leave to pull a train down somewhere else, leaving Aerolite and Gerald alone, sitting at the station. So, what do we do now? Aerolite asked. Well, I'm just glad I could get this story out somewhere, Gerald replied. They set off to do their own things, but Gerald will never forget 1020.